Today we're going to talk about how do you share and download some of your designs in Canva and what are some of the options that you have because there are quite a few. So the first thing you want to do is log into your Canva account and you might already be there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up a design. I'm going to pull up this Canva.cam guide that I made. All right, so once you're in here, the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are on what you want. So when you're sharing and downloading, there are a few different things. You want to focus over here on the top right-hand corner. So you want to make sure that whatever you want to download it as, it's something named appropriately that you're going to remember it as. So go ahead and change the name of your document. Here, this is where you're going to want to share this document with whoever you want to. You're able to do that. You can also see who's on this document if you've already shared it. So for me, I have not shared this document with anybody. This belongs to me. I'm the owner. If I wanted to share it with somebody, I can do that by simply clicking the plus button and typing in any names. Now, when you share this document, you can share it with different functions, kind of like with Google. You can do it with certain groups that you might have in your Canva account already, depending on what your role is in your school. Or you can do anybody with the link, depending on what you and your preferences are. Here is your insights. So you can actually see who has viewed your uh, Canva design. You can see what's the average time, how many links. You can see all of this sort of stuff, especially if you are connecting to social media, things like that. The share button is really where it's going to be at. So just like with the plus button, this is where your shared design is going to be and your link sharing. Now, if I click copy link, this is going to be a direct link sharing if you're going to send it in an email or if you are going to post it on Google Classroom or anything like that. Now, I've clicked to copy that link, but I've only clicked it so that only people added can access. If I want to change that, I have to click on anything like this. Now, if I scroll down a little bit, I can click present and it's going to give me a few different options. And that is in another video that I've made. You can make this an assignment and post it to your LMS. For our district, we only use Google Classroom or Canvas if you're in high school. Okay, we don't use anything else other than those two. You can post directly to Google Classroom because it does integrate with that, or you can do a view only link. This is great if you just want people to see what you have made, but you don't actually want them to go in there and edit or do anything like that. Down below is your download option. So here you have a few different things that you can do, and I get a lot of questions about, well, what do I need to download it as? Canva will oftentimes tell you what the best option is, but it's not always correct. JPEG is going to be a good option if you're sharing an image back and forth. PNG is going to be good for illustrations. PDF is going to be good if it's just a very simple document. PDF print is going to be good if it's a document with certain images, especially if they're colored images. SVG is going to be good if you have images that are going to be resized for any purposes. If they are going to be resized for anything, you'll definitely want to click on a transparent background. MP4 is going to be for your videos that you can create in Canva. And then you can do a GIF in here as well. I will say GIF, you probably just want to do an MP4 video. It doesn't really matter how your video length is. It just kind of works the quality better out or works better in Canva as an MP4 video. For this one, I'm just going to go ahead and do PDF print so that you can kind of see a few of these different options. So with your crop marks and bleed, this just kind of keeps things very simple and prevents any sort of color bleeding. Flatten PDF, if you have a lot of layers on top of each other, especially like for this, I have a background and then I have boxes on boxes and then all of these things, it just kind of pulls it all together. If you have notes that you've written off to the side, you can include those if you're printing something that you are going to use to walk yourself through something. If not, you don't want to check that. Pages. This is great because you don't have to always download every page that's included in your design. Say that I forgot to print the first page, but I have the second one. I can just uncheck the second page and only print the first one. And then you can use your color profile. RGB is going to be what our school district is going to use. Please keep in mind of using color in our school district. All right. You can save download settings if you know that you're going to be using these same settings consistently. If not, you don't have to click those. If you are ready to download, you can click that download button and you will see it pop up at the bottom. For this purpose, I'm going to keep going back. You can share on social media automatically. You will need to link your social media accounts here. You can also schedule these to go out at a certain time. If you are your school's social media account holder, this is a great tool to use, especially if you want to take a dedicated amount of time to set these up beforehand because you know that you're going to have classes later. This is a great tool to use. Printing your design. Canva has the option for you to send out your designs to be printed on a multitude of different kind of templates, different products that you can do. These do cost money and there is no discount for our district. So you will have to pay for these out of pocket, but they do have this option, which I think is really awesome of them. Down below, you have a more option. This just gives a couple of the things that we saw above, but then a few more. This is just a lot more all in one place. The present is there again. LMS, this gives you an option to send out. So we saw Google Classroom, but if you want to connect your Canvas account, you can here. Going back. View only link, a template link. This is great if you want people to have your design but make their own edits that you don't have to worry about down the road. A template link is great for that. Present and record, you can do that and include yourself in that as well. Copy to clipboard, you can create a QR code directly. You can save this to a folder. And in another video, I showed you how to create folders and save items to folders. You can create a brand template. You no longer have to use Google Sites to create a website. You can also use Canva to do that, and Canva does have templates to do that as well. You can create designs within Canva to embed in your websites, whether that be Canva websites, Google Sites websites, or our Edlio sites. You can do a share link to watch, prototype. There's so many different options that you can do. There is a Canva app, and I will say it's very user-friendly and great to use. Social media again, and then you've got some more different options here. It does connect to Google Drive. You can send these through messaging. And then there are a few different integrations that you can have. It does connect to Remind 101 for those teachers that are using this. And then a few different other integrations that you might not have heard of, but they are worth looking into if that's something that piques your interest. If you have any questions about sharing your design or which one to use, or just some of these different integrations that you might not have heard of, feel free to reach out. I'd love to sit down with you and talk you through them.